makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
This is Jafric Radio. This is Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
This is Jafric Radio. This is Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be
This is Jafric Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home
This is
Sweet
Jafric
Home
Radio.
on Jafric Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
Oh, hello, our cherished viewers. This is Home Sweet Home program for you. Yes, we are on. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning into Jafric Radio Home Sweet Home program. As I always say, we have only one agenda, one motive, one goal, that every family enjoyed their second heaven on earth. Yes. So if you want to enjoy your marriage like you will enjoy heaven, don't hesitate to tune into Jafric Radio Home Sweet Home program.
This is Jafric Radio.
Get a lot of love. Right. We want to thank you for your usual support. Yes, always tuning into Jafric Radio. We do appreciate you so much. Thank you so very much. What we want you to do right now is just share the link with your friends and loved ones and let them be part with
This is Jafric
wonderful
Radio.
discussion that we're going to do today. Right. So before I go, let me do some short advert, okay? And then we continue. Jafric Radio has an app, right? We have app. So just go to, I'm just giving you straight, go to Google Store or Google Play. If you use Android phone, go to Google Play or Play Store, all right, and download Jafric Radio. When you download, you will see the icon on your phone or your computer. Just click and it's done. Okay, you can watch us, but it's only the radio. You cannot see the pictures. If you want to see the pictures, go to our social media handles. We are everywhere: Twitter, Instagram.
Jafric Radio app.
It's out.
It's easy.
Yeah, and you
Download
meet us
from
there. You find us there. All right. Yeah, the advert is on the screen. So if you are watching from the YouTube or any social media handle, you can see that.
This is Jafric
Wow.
Radio.
All right. Thank you so very much. Let's move straight to Frankello Foods, right? It's Ghana #1 nutritious food. So if you want to enjoy the very best of Ghanaian foods, I have tasted their Tom Brown, and Charlie, it's not easy. Very,
This is Jafric
very,
Radio.
very delicious. Okay, so now it's on sale. If you want bulk purchases, just call Jafric Radio and we will give you, right? And also you can also check from Amazing Grace shop and you can get one for yourself. Just try and see. I have tried the Tom Brown. The others I haven't tried yet, but just as the Tom Brown, it's very sweet. I think the other ones will be even more delicious than that. So please do well to contact Jafric Radio if you want bulk purchase. And if you want to buy one to test, just contact Amazing Grace shop and you'll get one. All right. Thank you. Let's go straight to our educational institution. Yes, we have school, English school in Chiba Prefecture called Joy. As I said, it's in Chiba Prefecture. All right. So if you want your child to speak very, very good English, just contact Mr. Kobayashi. Mr. Kobayashi. They have 2 locations, right? 2 locations. One is at Nodashi, Shimizu. Nodashi, Shimizu. When we say Nodashi, it means Noda City, Shimizu. And you can contact Mr. Kobayashi on 047 100 0032. 047 100 0032. And the second location is at Kashiwashi, Matsubacho. Kashiwashi, Matsubacho means Kashiwa City, Matsubacho. Right. So Kashiwashi, Matsubacho, you can get them on this line 047 151 5909. 047 151 5909. They operate from Mondays to Saturdays and it's after school. So the time is 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if you are a worker and you want to learn English, you can still join them after work and you will never regret because by the end of the course, you will speak like a native English speaker. Okay, right. So contact Mr. Kobayashi. The language will not be a barrier because he is bilingual. He speaks Japanese and also English language. So please hurry up and join them. All right, let's go to COP Japan and Women's Ministry. Hey, this coming Tuesday, it's Butu Butu Butu.
This is Jafric Radio.
So wherever you are, if you are a woman, or male or female, all of you can join us. Yes, our mama, the International Women's Director, the whole Church of Pentecost International Women's Director is coming to give us a very lovely education that you need, I need. Okay, so let's join them on coming Tuesday, right, at 8:30 p.m. Japan time to 10 p.m. on Zoom. All right. I think most of you know the Zoom number. And if you don't know, it's on the screen, 544-3327-334. Right. So you can join us on this number. Please join and be blessed. Okay. Thank you so very much. So now, come to studio. We are here with our wonderful panelists. All right. I call them wonderful because there are loads of wisdom that you need to tap. All right. Okay. So let me have an honor to introduce to you our very best, Mr. Fred Jeche. Mr. Fred, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here too.
Thank you so much. We are glad to have you. Right. And I call her woman of wisdom. And you know it. Is in the person of Deaconess Mrs. Naomi Asare Zoto. She is the National Women's Ministry Leader, Japan, COP. Mama, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right. I know today you have a lot for us. Last week, Mr. Jesse did his best, but we did it in a local dialect. So now today, he said he wants to pour out a lot. So just wherever you are, just relax, okay? Today, you will get loads of it because
This is Jafric Radio.
that are here with me today. When we finish, you will testify. All right. So the topic that we are going to treat today, or we are going to discuss, is humility. We did it last week. Humility. Sometimes we mix up humility and submission, right? So today we're going to look into it and see what humility is and what submission is. And the two of them is very, very needed in our relationships and marriage. So we're going to talk about it. So Mr. Jechi said to me that it's always ladies first, so I shouldn't change the narration. All right, so I'm not going to change the narration. So Mama is here. Mama, can you give us a little, sorry. Sorry. A little of your understanding on humility and submission in marriage. Humility and submission. Okay, first you can define what humility is in your own understanding.
Well,
Yeah.
I could say humility means putting the needs of another person before yours.
Okay.
Yes. Trying to put the needs of either your husband or your wife needs before yours.
Okay.
And if you want a loving and long lasting relationship, you need to be humble. You have to sacrifice your needs to meet that of your partner's needs.
Okay.
First ahead of yours. In my small way, that is what I could say humility is.
Wow. Please, other people's need or your husband's or your wife needs ahead of yours is humility. Oh, wow. Mr. Fred? Yeah. Can I hear from you? Because the other time you explained it in, I want that same explanation. All right.
Well, I think humility is, I mean, just as she said, not considering yourself above other people.
Yeah.
And yes, I mean, not considering yourself important or more than what you're supposed to do. Yeah, just being humble in all situations is humility.
Being humble in all situations.
Not consider yourself as better than other people.
That's right. Not considering yourself better.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's true.
because everybody has something to offer.
Exactly.
And that's humility.
Viewers, do you see what I'm talking about? Yes. Not consider yourself better than others. Right? So everyone is very important. Your wife that you think she's ugly, even her ugly has something special. Yeah, so don't just say, oh yeah, why do you don't think. It is there for a reason. Okay? So humility, they have given us what we need to know. Yeah. Placing yourself, not yourself above others. Yeah. But you see others equal or even more important than yours. Right. Thank you so very much. And for example, last time I asked if I have a job or I am somebody in a higher status and my partner doesn't. Doesn't mean that I cannot be humble because I have the higher status in the house.
Well, that should even make you more humble. Yes, because the person that we are emulating, he is the greatest, the creator, the I am that I am.
Okay.
But even he humbled himself to the lowest to be sacrificed on the cross. So even the higher you go, the more humble you
It
should
should be.
Yeah. So that one should even give you the edge to be more humble.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mr. Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what she's saying is right, but it's Christianly. That is.
Yeah. So just bring the different perspective.
All together. If you senior somebody by status, as you said, of course, before you get a person be submissive to your orders, you've got to humble yourself before he can take your instructions.
This is Jafric Radio.
You don't have to feel you're better than him because you're in a higher status. Status is something that you can acquire.
That's right.
Yes, but humility has to do with character. Yeah, so if you are in a higher position, before you can get your subordinates or somebody below you to follow instructions or work under your command, you need to humble yourself. That's your character. That means you have to let your character show to the person that you are a humble person. And by that, they will follow your...
All right.
Yes, they will go by your...
Let me come to this. I will not say this because people will come and beat me here, so I will keep it. There is a certain tribe, people see them as arrogant because when you marry from that, if you are a woman, once it's said, woman, be submissive, anything that you are even saying, you need to be very careful, because they think that they are the heads of the family. They are the boss. So when they speak, you don't have to talk. When they talk, you don't have to talk back. Right. So if you are, I don't think that one is true, that it's because of the lineage or the tribe that they come from that has given them that ego to do those kind of things. But if
This
you
is Jafric
find
Radio.
yourself in a marriage like that where your husband is so bossy, I am the head of the family, what would you do as a woman to help maintain the peace and order in that house?
Well, every man loves a woman who is respectful.
Okay.
Yeah. So to be able to do that, I think you need to respect, to show respect. Yes, showing respect brings a man to the level that you would want, or a man how you want him to be. Yeah. So men really love respect.
Right.
So if you respect him as the head of you, as the person in charge, or as a person in authority,
Yeah.
that one, you get his attention, you get his love.
All
But
right.
this humility or submission we are talking about, it doesn't mean you should lose your voice.
Mm.
Everything that you have to say, you have to do it in a respectful manner.
Okay.
Yes, being humble is not slavery. Yes, you need to be respectful, respect the authority that you are under, and that respect will bring the love that you want.
That respect. All right. Mr. Fred, do you have anything to say? Today we are going in, hand in hand, because
That, if you happen to be with a husband who is arrogant or bossy or whatever, yes, you've got to respect him. Because the condition and the situation in which you are demands that you be submissive.
to be submissive.
Yes, that is the one thing. But being submissive, like the deaconess said, does not mean slavery.
Okay.
So you don't have to shut up and always say yes. Of course, you can come in but know the right time and be respectful to your husband.
Okay.
Yeah, because we men, of course, we want our wives to be submissive. At the same time, too, we want them to be to voice out,
Right.
to be people who can correct our mistakes and guide us through. So yes, if you have such a person, the only thing is, one, respect the situation or his status as a husband in the house. Then you always try to respectfully put your ideas or your demands or your thoughts before him. I think if you do that, he will definitely listen to you.
Right. So
This is
the
Jafric
headship
Radio.
doesn't mean that you are the Superman in the house. Headship. I just want us to,
Well, I don't know.
discuss
I don't know how
about it.
You would explain the word Superman. I wouldn't say that. But when you look at the Christian way,
Okay.
the man is supposed to be the head of the house.
Okay.
It doesn't mean the man should be the authoritarian person, or yes, that's not what it means. But being the head means, of course, he has to be the one responsible to hold the family together
Okay.
and to lead it to where it's supposed to
That's
be.
right.
So this is what he's talking about, being the head. Yes, and being a leader or being a head is somebody who can motivate the family. That means bring the whole family together to let even your child, your wife, and everybody feel secured
That's right.
in the family. So that's what it should mean. And that's my understanding.
Very, very. I perfectly agree with you, Mama Naomi. do you?
It's true, because it's not, maybe we feel headship means to be authority.
Yeah.
those kind of
Because I have heard someone saying that I am the man of this house. So when I talk, you don't need to. I am talking and you are talking back. Yeah, and I was watching them. So, wow.
you are the shepherd of the house,
Mm.
to protect, to provide the duty of the household
Mm.
that everybody needs are met.
That's right.
Yes, so that is the authority that you are given,
Mm.
the head,
Mm.
that everybody is comfortable.
That's right.
Yeah, so if you become that one, the bossy type, authoritative type,
Yeah.
it means
You rather scatter the people.
Exactly. It means that the headship, there is a problem that you need to fix it so that it will not even spread your family apart. Right. Okay. So if you happens as a head of the family and also maybe holding the higher position in the society, and I asked this question last week, you are so humble to the point that you help your wife in the kitchen or the household chores, and a family member of you saw that and they got offended. If you are in that position, what would you do? Or what would you say? That the family will not see your wife as maybe bewitching you, because those things are happening. The wife has bewitched him and he has subjected him to like a domestic worker in the house. If you find yourself in that position, what would you do to let the family understand you as a man and also understand the position of your wife?
just to open the person's eyes to the ignorance. The person is ignorant about that.
Okay.
So it is now your duty to open the person's eyes to read that maybe what he or she is thinking is rather the ignorance. A person who is really a leader should lead by example.
That's
So
right.
if you see that you just take the person out of his or her ignorance. That's all. You don't have to fight it or argue it or whatsoever. Just bring the person out of the darkness to the light.
Wow. Mr. Fred, what do you want to say? How do you bring the person? Explain.
I mean, that's what she said. You need to educate the person.
All right.
Managed by people
The
parents.
person saying whatever about the family doesn't understand the situation.
Okay.
So, of course, that person needs to be educated. You need to educate the person. Yes, this is the situation. Yes, that's why she's saying take the person out of the ignorance. That's
Out
like,
of my house, so you've seen something. I have to lighten you up while you saw that thing, so you don't have to.
yeah.
That,
It shouldn't bother the family because we've said it several times.
yeah, and it's keep on happening. That's why I'm asking this.
Well, it should
especially in Africa.
It will still go on unless we educate ourselves.
It's not in Africa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
It's not. This place rather is more stronger.
Yes, very.
Oh, really?
Of
Yes,
course.
intense.
Like family interfering.
Yes.
They
Yes, they are first.
Because I think this place, they feel that the woman does everything in the house. The man is the breadwinner or
The
something like
breadwinner.
that.
Only what
Okay.
one does at home is just working. Get up and go and work. And you see, it has sort of germinated even in the younger roots.
Yeah.
That even the young girls marrying, what they know is the husband should get up and work.
Yeah.
So even
okay.
whatever the woman is at home, she can decide not even to sleep with you in the same room, but at the time of you getting up and going to work, she'll come and wake you up. Get up and go to work is time.
Oh, okay.
So, like what she's saying, I mean, the intensity of that kind of attitude. Yes, it's ugly here, even then.
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you need to go through.
Thank
all
you
those
for enlightening me. Because I know that as for here, it's something.
No, no, no.
Oh.
Somehow ours is better. Yeah, so we need to educate ourselves.
Mm.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, and like the Bible have said it, if we should go the Christian way, a woman or a man would leave his family.
Yeah, and that's
So
right.
Once you are united with your wife, your husband, you become a family, and always try to prevent outside influence. So people will look at what you are doing, they will talk about it. They might not have the understanding, just to pop their nose inside. So you being the leader, you should make every effort to try to protect your family, to educate and keep those people out of the ignorance,
Great.
Dickness was saying.
Yeah, Dickness, thank you. And Mr. Fred, thank you so much. And in case your husband who's supposed to address this issue ignore them, as a woman, what would you do?
That maybe the people
To
want
educate,
confront you.
not confronting you, but they are not happy. They are talking about it, and your husband who's supposed to educate them for them to know or understand, just ignore them, doesn't want to talk about it. And as a woman, what would you do? For at some point that, let's say your in-laws were not happy and you could see that they are not happy, but your husband doesn't talk about it, doesn't educate them, what would you do as a woman?
Well, my input would be first, if you, the woman, seeing your husband ignoring them, first look at your husband's attitude and talk with your husband and understand your husband why he is ignoring them.
Okay.
If no specific reason, follow your husband, you to ignore them.
Okay.
This is simple. So let your husband talk to him and have the understanding why they have to be ignored. Just follow your husband, be with your husband and be united.
Right.
Unless they do things to hurt you physically, then you can ask your husband to interrupt
Okay.
and to protect you. Don't take the decision and go to your in-laws or confront them straight away. That would rather escalate the whole issue within the family. So my input is, if you see your husband ignoring them, follow your husband, talk to your husband. If still he ignores them, you to ignore them.
That's
like your
right.
husband is doing.
Yeah.
And be with your husband in family. That's my input.
This is where the humility and also
Yes.
respect comes
Yes,
in.
you don't have to
Very,
agitate the whole
very
situation.
well.
I really 100% agree with Uncle Fred. And it's not only on this issue, any other issue. Any other issue that maybe your husband is in the knowledge of, but maybe how you feel he should react is not reacting. Patient. Yes. Because sometimes most we women, you see, we are the how will I say it? Men think through.
Yeah.
Think through every situation before they act. But we
This is
women, we are
Jeffrey
not
Craig.
like
As
that.
soon as it comes, we just want to fix it.
Yes, and
Yeah,
we
that's true.
really easily jump into conclusion, and which most of the time it doesn't help us. Because if I use myself as an example, recently there were some issues, and like my husband is aware of it all right, but he's not saying anything. So I was like, what is going on? So I really wanted to act, but I gave it a second thought.
But you know that he's a quiet type.
I
So
gave
when
it,
he's
and in fact, I really always thank God that, in fact, I didn't act, because how he was
This is
putting
Jeffrey
things
Radio.
in place to address that issue was the best. I would have destroyed everything totally. So it's not only in that situation, any other situation, women, we need to be more patient and follow their leadership. Yeah, just trust that if you give them that respect that they are the head, you trust their headship, we should follow them. Yes, we should follow them with submission, in love, with our prayers, and we'll see wonders. Yes, they are really, maybe sometimes you tell your husband something, he didn't say anything, he didn't talk about it. Don't draw conclusion that he didn't hear you. He heard it. He is working on how best he will come out, or the best answer or the best solution to bring out. So most of the time we need time.
But let me draw
This
the
is Jeffrey
attention of the
Radio.
DJ. I don't know. I have so many messages that they cannot hear. Is that okay right now? Okay, thank you. Mama, please go ahead.
Yeah. So as I was saying, maybe you tell your husband something,
and he didn't respond or you didn't get any answer, it doesn't mean that he didn't hear or he's not doing anything about it. He's really thinking through, trying to come out with the best solution to address the issue you've put before him. So most of the time, men, I feel that is how they are also. They think through things before they do it. Because of the authority nature that they naturally nature that they have. They always want to do things. I don't know how to put it in order. Yeah, or to show they are in authority, something like that. Yeah, so just jumping into conclusion or doing something out of impulse, most of the time, men, it is not in their nature. Yeah, it is not in their nature. So wives, I think we need patience, we need humility, we need respect to follow our husband's authority in the house. We need to trust that and pray through that the responsibilities that they've given them, they'll be able to discharge it to the betterment of the family.
Great. Right. Thank you so very much, Mr. Fred and Mama Naomi. Do you think that someone can learn humility?
Yes.
Yeah, because he said it's a character.
It's a character.
Okay.
So if you were not born with it, or if you're not nurtured through the family ethics or whatever, of course, it can become an artwork. That is, you can study from your relationships or your friends, whatever. You know, yes, you can adopt it. So it's you can learn it.
Yeah. The reason why I'm saying this is that naturally, we had some people who have that character in them. They are humble. No matter height they will go, they will still submit. They will still go down to the level that, you cannot even imagine. Yeah. And there are some others who have not even reached quarter of it, but they are the ones that yes.
Yeah, like we're saying, it's character. Don't forget that when you say it's a character, that means it has to do with your wisdom and your intelligence. So the character displays these two things.
Okay.
You get my point.
Very well.
Yes, if you were born naturally, that means that's how your instincts are. So your wisdom and the application of it, which is your intelligence. So the character, being humble, displays what you are. You know, so it has to do with something. Yeah, it has to do with your character, and yeah, I believe a lot of people are of that nature. Yeah.
All right. So let me ask this question: if someone has a very, like, let's say, a somebody who is outspoken, yeah, does it mean that the person is not humble?
I think you should come out with the question clear. Outspoken.
Yeah, like let me say outspoken. They are not. Let me just say this: people see those who are quiet type. Oh, I am not going to talk about it. Even if they are in pain, even if they have to address the issue, they don't. So people see them as, oh, she's humble, oh, they don't talk. But those that are outspoken, let's say extrovert type of people, they think that they are the worst. They don't humble themselves.
Okay.
They are not humble.
Okay.
Especially it happens even in our churches. For those who like stand out and see things when things are not maybe putting in a proper position, those that tries to speak about it, they all see that person, tag that person as arrogant, but not humble. Yeah, so in situation like this, it doesn't mean that if you are quiet or if you are outspoken, are you arrogant?
I don't think so. Outspoken is different from an arrogant.
Okay.
You see, and humility is also another thing.
That's right.
You can humble yourself. Maybe you have humbled yourself to a certain point, but still you know what you are thinking of an idea or what you know about what you are saying. For you, it's the best solution or the good way to go. But people are not heeding to it. In this case, you can begin, sort of continue to sort of put your ideas through. People will look at you as maybe becoming overreacting. You see, so that doesn't mean you are not humble.
Correct.
It doesn't mean you are extrovert. They are two separate issues. See, so it depends on the subject, or it depends on the idea, or it depends on the situation that you sort of portray yourself as being too much in a situation. Yeah, this is what people should look at first. Yeah, maybe if talk about an issue for over time, and it's not being, you're not seeing a solution.
Okay.
So you need to come out and let people know that yes, this is what you think can be done to help solve a situation. So I think it's two separate things. But extrovert is completely a different issue altogether.
Yeah. Thank you for explaining this. Mommy, do you want to add something to it?
Yeah, I think he has said it. And most of the time, to maybe knowing when and how to talk also is another contributing factor to say whether this person is humble or not, and the selection of your tone and those kind of things. Yes, you can be outspoken, but you can do it in a humble way, using wisdom. Yes, using wisdom and respect.
Respect, yes.
So it depends on how you say it, when you say it, and how you say it.
Right. A lot of people also tag those. That's the correct word that you use is a higher tone. Higher tone speakers. That they are very bossy, they are very proud and arrogant. That one, is it true?
Well, you see, how do you call it? Those can be attributes of a boastful person or boastful attitude. Because when you're boastful, you always want to show of some things about you or something that people don't know. So it will come to a time you might have to raise your voice out, just to say your idea or have your thoughts go through. That's also another issue. Yeah. You see, that also another issue. But it doesn't mean that somebody humbling himself will not, of course, do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so bring up somebody who is humbling himself will not do that. You know, all right. Okay. It means that if somebody humbling himself will not do that, means then those that are having a higher tone are arrogant. They are not humble.
Higher tone, that means that's the pitch of the voice you're talking about, or having a higher tone above the congregation.
The pitch of the voice. Like some people are naturally, they don't know how to, they see things and say it as it is.
Higher tone can be a reflection of overdue, what do you call it, emotional feeling. That is, for example, I wanted to say something, I've been patient over time. Then I once jump, why this, why that? I've been humble for over time. So it comes out. It can be a reflection of what has been compounded in me for some time.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Not that.
Okay. But then give us more explanation about how.
For example, like somebody with that higher tone. Let me make this for example. I want you to put this chair here, and that. Hey, put this chair here. But the other one will say, oh, can you put this chair here?
The first one is ordering. That's authoritative.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, it's not a higher tone, it's authoritative. You are ordering the person to do it. That means you are forcing the person to submit. That's not it.
Okay.
So for me, I won't call that a higher tone.
Okay.
It's just ordering. You get the point.
I got your
So I won't say that is a higher tone.
It's higher
But,
tone.
first, my understanding was maybe somebody jumping out of his voice or
right.
trying to
I had
come to
one
the cross.
situation that person was so. It's still anytime he wanted to talk about it, he feels some sort of pain.
This is Jafric Radio.
In him.
So like
Pain.
it's a suppressed
Yeah,
emotion.
that for example, the person is sitting on the chair, and someone that he respected so much came in and said, "Get up, get up, get up," and he called another person to come and sit down.
Those are ordering.
Yeah.
And
So that person
And
has
it's
become
authoritative.
so embittered that at least he should show him some respect.
Yes. Do you know
And
that?
it's
And the person also talks that he has like a
Right.
higher tone. So he's a higher tone speaker, or she is a higher tone speaker. So what the person is
High
even
pitch.
saying, high pitched, let's say, he doesn't even remember.
So it means that person is proud, because humility also means admitting our mistakes and making amends.
Yes.
We should know that we are not always right. Yes, everybody has weakness.
That's right.
Everybody, we need to value everybody. We need to accept our mistake.
That's right.
So if you are a person who finds it difficult to accept your mistake, you are proud.
And humility is the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah, opposite of
And
proud.
even if you are somebody who wants others to serve you, you are proud. A leader,
Just explain more.
a leader should always be ready to serve and not to be served.
Good.
So if you are, maybe for example, I am the national women's leader, and I go to a place and they didn't serve me or they didn't recognize me, and I get embittered, I am proud.
Okay.
Yes, I am proud. I rather should serve, not others to serve
To
me.
serve you.
Yes, if they serve me, it is a plus. If they don't serve me, I have to go down and serve. Yeah, so if you are, maybe you are in a higher position or something like that, and you feel you are not served or something like that, you get angry, you are proud. So there are little things we don't take into consideration, but it counts.
It counts.
A leader, you have more responsibility than the people you are serving. Yes, so when we talk of the humility we are talking about, it's not only one party.
Yeah.
It is the two of them. I, as a wife, I should have the mind to serve. As the husband, he also should have the mind to serve.
Right.
If we all have that mind, we will not have problems. I am ready to serve. He is ready to serve. So what is the big deal? Yeah.
Right. Right. I am ready to serve.
Yeah.
You are ready to serve. There wouldn't be a problem at all. Right. Very soon we will go on break. Right. And then we will come back with more. Right. I'm loving this conversation. Yes. A lot of things are coming. Yeah, that we need to know. And as you are hearing us, all right, there are certain things that you need to do to, spice up your marriage. Yeah, so if you are like, hey, I am the boss of this house, and there are some fathers, when they enter the house, all the kids has to be quiet. Those that has to run to bed, others do have to run. Yeah, they have to.
All those are myths that we have been taught that the man should be fearful, but that is not it. When I was growing up, if my father travels, we are so happy, but unfortunately when my father travel, it's only one day. Yes, maybe the longest is overnight.
What?
My father loves the wife so much that he doesn't want to miss her any.
That's right.
Yes, and with the children too, he's that kind of bossy type. And when he is at home, we are not free, but he always wants to be at home. And the opposite rather happens. When my mother travel, he can take 1 week, 3 days, and
This
leave
is
us in the
Jafric
hands
Radio.
of this man, and everybody is like this, shivering like that. No, it's a myth. Yes, it's a myth that fathers have to be fearful. No, please, no, that is not it.
Yeah,
That is
especially we don't understand them. They might also have their reasons of doing that
Wow, but I
to protect them,
protect. Hey,
but overprotective, right?
You have to, it's natural.
really?
Yeah, I
And-
believe the kind of spirit God.
That
God has
men should be
given me.
fearful.
We are
Fathers should
not
be fearful.
but it's the kind of something that you see it in the family.
Wow.
We are not fearful, but of course, you have to respect your father.
Mm.
It comes naturally. You won't do anything to hurt any of the family members, but you see that they are giving you some kind of respect, kind of humility going on there. So for me, my understanding is maybe that is how God has made men.
Wow.
But fathers
Yeah.
are the ones that punishes us so much when we misbehave.
Punishment is not
This is
supposed to
Jafric
hurt you.
Radio.
He punishes to discipline you.
This is Jafric
And
Radio.
only fathers should punish. Then they become the monsters
Of
in the
course,
house.
of course, they are the leaders of the house, and they have the security of the house. So, in a way of disciplining you, some people will use
This is
that kind of
Jafric Radio.
spanking and all those kind of things.
So please, then don't be fighting with the women over the love of the children, because
No,
when it is Mother's
it doesn't
Day.
mean they fight with their wives.
No,
No, they don't.
no. What I mean is, you see that there is a conflict that children love their mothers more than their
That's
fathers.
also natural.
It's also natural.
Yes.
Wow.
It's also natural.
Really?
Ah.
Oh, yes. You see, we should understand how God has made both the man and the woman. Children going their mother's way is natural. And fathers, you see, no matter how children walk their mother's way, when the child needs security, the first person he looks at is the father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can examine this in your own family.
That one there, you are
That's
right,
true.
because there are
Security, financially, educationally, whatever. When the child needs security, the mother is there, but you still look at the father. So imagine somebody looking at the father or the mother for security. Naturally, you have to bow to the person. You respect the person. So that's why I'm saying it's kind of natural for the father to be kind of a monster in the house. Or of course he does. He does, like you were saying, when your father travels, you're happy. Does he hurt you when he's there? He doesn't, right?
No, but you are not free to
But you are
express
not
yourself.
and sometimes they hurt us.
Yes.
Well,
Of course.
that's what I'm saying. He
I have
does that.
received one slap from a
Hey!
up to now. Sometimes I remember
Look,
it was so severe.
he does that to discipline you.
Yeah.
Maybe you did something that wasn't right with him.
Yeah,
You
that's
see,
true.
so that was probably a way that he used to discipline
But
you.
have to discipline in love. Fathers, please discipline
You
in
don't do
love.
that in hate. Spanking doesn't mean he hates you. No.
Really?
Yes, it doesn't mean he hates you.
I've already
Maybe-
defended me.
Maybe you see, you are a child. Maybe after talking to you over time, you're still doing the same thing. Sometimes you have to bring in some kind of physical hurt.
Really?
Or yes, to let you know that what you are doing, Daddy has been saying for some time.
But maybe sometimes I feel
But of
it's
course, the love is
overreacting.
there.
It's overreaction, because I remember one
Sometimes.
beating. After that beating, I will not forget, because under normal circumstances, if Daddy was to say, "Oh, this thing you've put there, pick it up, don't do it again," it would have been better. But the kind of this thing that I
The slap that you.
as at now, anytime it's like a video.
But after that, what did he do? He showed him love.
No.
And it doesn't mean he wasn't humble. It doesn't mean he wasn't humble.
No, doesn't mean that. Yeah, that was the next question I
It doesn't
wanted to
mean he wasn't humble.
That is not harmful, because if he was so humble, he would have been humble. I mean, just
What? Corrected?
Because you know that every child has a peculiar way of upbringing.
Yeah.
As young as let me say 2 years, when my son was 2 years, he did something and I wanted to discipline him. He said, "Mommy, please, just do it this way. Talk to me, and I will understand. Please don't beat me." When the boy said that, 2 years, when he said that, I've never forgotten that. He said, "You should please talk to me slowly, and I will understand. I will understand. Please don't beat me." very. I was
And
like,
I
is-
would say it's the upbringing of especially
Yes.
the Japanese
Education.
system of educating these kids.
Yes.
I think
no, but
today
that time,
you were talking
that time we were
about
not
it.
in Japan.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
in Ghana.
Yeah, we were not.
Yeah, but still,
we were not in Japan.
Probably you were in the city. You had education, your parents didn't have it. So you got to know certain things your parents didn't know. So your child got to know, learn from you, that there could be a more humble way of disciplining children than spanking. So he got the idea that he should let mom know that I already know that spanking
It's-
will rather hurt me.
Yeah.
So
It will not
that's
do
what I'm
me
saying.
any
Yes,
good.
that's what we are saying is the education that yes, that was given from the
And
beginning.
also, as I said from the beginning, every child has a way of upbringing. Some children are the hard way. Some children
Yeah.
are every child. Because I remember when I gave birth to him during the naming ceremony, that was what I was told. That anytime I want to discipline him, I should talk to him as an adult.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
but I forgot that until the child
Prompted you.
after 2 years. And still I forgot. Recently I was prompted again.
Right.
Then I came into the realization that it is true that everybody was created uniquely. So we should have that also in mind.
Yeah.
And know how we deal with people. We shouldn't use one person's one person's
Situation.
behavior or situation
To judge everyone.
or to behave towards another person in a way. Everybody is created uniquely, and you have to know how to address everybody according to every situation.
That's right.
That is the point I just want to make.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you could be right there. But don't forget that sometimes too, it's just reflection from the parents. Like we said over time. Sometimes a child will do something and you would think that by his or her age, he's supposed to know. You get the point? And he's still doing that nasty thing. So as a reflection, you might tend to hate him. I did that in my house before. But when my son grew up, he said to the mother, my father disciplined me. That's what he said.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's what he said to the mother. My father disciplined me that time.
Oh,
But the
okay.
mother was sort of talking to all people, I beat him and all those kind of things. The child called the mother and said yes. Because when he came, he was like a king in the house. He wouldn't listen to anything. So as a reflection one day, well, come on. You see, so we do that. Doesn't mean we're not humble. We're talking about humility. So the father spanking the children at home or taking sometimes
This is
authoritarian
Jafric Radio.
rule.
that they would arrest you.
Well, but of course, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't discipline your children.
Yeah, that you are right.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
discipline your children, but when you spank the child, it doesn't get hurt or no bruises. Of course, they will just come and give a warning, but it will be a soft one. Yeah, I know that.
But when there is bruises, you will not take it
Of course,
easy.
that means
Yeah.
you've hurt.
Yeah, and
it's
even
not good.
after you do that, you have to bring
Then
the child back.
in Ghana, they would arrest a lot of people.
we have that in the law, but what the situation back home, sometimes we forget the laws or the regulations that we have written ourselves
Yeah.
and act on impulses.
Oh, that's
So that
right.
is wrong with that. But here, there's a clauses there. It doesn't mean you should not discipline your children. You have the right to, because when your child gets into a behavior which is not acceptable by the society, the parents are first to be held
Exactly.
responsible for that.
Yeah.
And they'll ask you
Yeah.
how are you disciplining them, you know? Yeah. So it doesn't mean just whatever he does, just support him. No. Here they support children, I know that. They don't rail children. They
Yeah.
support them, whatever they do, they just give them the go ahead. But in our system we don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yes, it's just unfortunate that if you should beat your child here. Of course, I'm not saying beating is always the good way. No,
The
it's
best
not. It's
solution,
not
yeah.
the best solution. But sometimes it comes as a reflection.
That's
You
true.
just have to mix it up. Yeah,
Train the child the way he should grow,
that's it.
and when he grow up, he will not depart from it.
Yeah.
I remember I got to a scene where one woman said, "Who give birth to this?" So the child who is misbehaving, the parents were in trouble at that time. Yeah. So viewers, we will just come back to you very soon. So please stay tuned. Don't go away. All right, we want to give you a very heavy song, but there was a problem. The song didn't come, so don't worry about it. But let me quickly just make this small announcement, and then we continue the topic.
This is Jafric Radio.
We have a funeral announcement. So I think as the DJ is preparing to bring it on, it's about Penny Janet Tewia. It's Dukua. Mami Dukua is on screen on the 6th of November, Saturday 2021 at Daban Penny. I don't know whether it is the Daban in the Achuma Wabieja district. Yeah, it is near President Kufuor's father's hometown. Yeah. I am giving you or Daban, Ahojo Daban, I don't know. So we have two Daban in Ashanti region. Let's say in Kumasi. One is at Ahojo, yes, and the other is at the Achumampunya. So I think we'll give you more details about that one too. Those of you who want to go and mourn with our daddy, I think is the mother of Pastor Edujemfi's wife. All right, Pastor Edujemfi's wife's mother, Oba Penny Janet Tewia. All right, so please, on the seas, let's do our best to go and support them, mourn their mother. All right. Okay, and now let's go straight to Akosombo. Akosombo Odosso Royal Hotel. Akosombo Odosso Royal Hotel. When you get there, you feel love. Because it's Odosso. Right. It's business hours is 24 hours, Monday to Sunday. So they don't have holiday throughout 365 or 66 days in a year. They work for you. So if you want to make reservations, the numbers are on the screen, so you can contact them. And it's located at New Pomu, Akwemu in Akosombo. New Pomu, Akwemu in Akosombo. They said their services are omotenashi. All right, so come.
This is Jafric Radio.
Very omotenashi.
In Japan?
Japanese.
In Japanese. Omotenashi. Their hospitality is super.
Okay.
All right, so you will feel at home. You will feel at home. So please, for those of you who go on tour at the Akosombo area, and just please visit the Odosso Royal Hotel. And you will never regret you did. You will call me here and confirm.
This is
All
Jafric
right,
Radio.
thank you. Now we are going to our beauty salons. Right, we have Mama Efe Beauty Salon at Toda Coin. So this is for women thing. All right. Okay. So for some of you who want to look extremely beautiful, just come to Mama Efe Salon. Mama Efe Salon at Toda Coin. This is what Mama Efe do. She do cornrow, braids, rasta, and all kinds of hairdo, right? And also if you have kids and you want to make them so beautiful, she also do kids. So please come to Mama Efe at Toda Coin. And if you want to contact Mama Efe, just contact her on 090 Japan number 090-8301 1149. All right. So Mama Efe Beauty Salon. Just visit her at Toda Coin and you will be so much beautiful. And let's go to CLC Hour of Power by Pastor Queen Adelaide Ansah. Pastor Queen Adelaide Ansah on every Monday at 6
This is
o'clock
Jafric
p.m.
Radio.
London time, 6 p.m. on LCBN TV, UK, London. LCBN TV, London. And you can also find them in all the social media handles. So just log into CLC Hour of Power and you can join them on every Monday, 6 p.m. London time. And also another salon, beauty salon, African Breeds by Airtel. Oh, Sister Airtel in Tokyo, African Breeds by Airtel. You can get her on Instagram and Facebook at African Breeds by Airtel. She operates from Mondays to Saturdays, right? So if you are in Japan here, you are in Tokyo, you can make appointment with her, book appointment with her on 080 9446 6845 080 944 All right, go to Mama Airtel or Sister Airtel Salon and you will look so awesome. I have tried before. Yeah, so please contact her.
This is Jafric Radio.
Look more beautiful. Okay, right. Come back to my able panelists and the viewers. Thank you so much for your patience. Before we go on, let's read the comments that has come. And I have our usual brother, Mr. Yaya. Thank you so much. In fact, Mr. Yaya needs an award. Yeah, I will think about it. Okay, so Mr. Yaya said, "Good afternoon, Dickness Foko." To me, thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Yaya. And also, good afternoon, Dickness Naomi. And when it got to Mr. Dechi, he said, "Good evening, Mr. Dechi." Mr. Yaya, can you explain that? Was it that the afternoon is for female and the evening is for male?
This is Jafric Radio.
So Mr. Yaya explained it, and he said, "Good evening, Jafric Radio." So Jafric Radio and Mr. Dechi, good evening, and then thank you so much. And Mr. Yaya again said, "Please, we are enjoying your topic, humility in marriage, but it seems you have veered to show child discipline, please. I stand to be corrected. All right, Mr. Yaya.
This is
we wanted
Jafric
to draw
Radio.
our attention, but we were talking about humility and how the kids also see their fathers when they discipline them. Or some fathers look so, let's say, Mr. Jechi used certain word, they have that authoritative type that children has to like fear them. So anytime they are at home, they don't feel comfortable. So we think that they are not humble. Fathers are not even corrected us in a humble manner. So in a way, we see them as maybe they are arrogant. All right. So I think we are on the same topic, but we were talking of the children, how they also see their fathers, and those fathers that are looking to Japanese will say "kwai" in the eyes of their children. So we don't know whether it is arrogance or overprotective that the fathers use to correct their children when they are wrong. So that brings a lot of ideas from my panelists that we were talking about it. But we are still on the lane, humility, and how we understand it, especially mixing up with submission and other stuff when somebody is, let's say, extrovert or straightforward, come out and people think that the person is arrogant. Yeah, so we have explained much about it. So Mr. Yaya, we are still on course. So we are waiting for your contribution. Yeah, so bring your contribution. And so does it mean that if I my husband helps me in let's say helping me in a house, does it mean that he is humble? If my husband helping me in a household choice, he has limited himself to that level, does it mean that he is humble?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's because humility simply means service.
Okay.
Yes, service. So if he's offering service, it's humility.
All right.
Yeah. So
if he is not offering service in the house as being coming so low to serve, but let's say he provide.
It's also, provision is also service. You are serving your family by providing their needs. It's also service. You are offering your service. Yeah. So any kind of service you are offering, to meet a need.
This is Jafric Radio.
You are doing to meet a need.
All right.
Is service.
So let me come in here.
Okay.
Some some husbands provide for our needs, but as women, we are still crying that they should come and help in the area of choices, let's say household choice. So is it that we don't appreciate their humility of providing for the family? Do you get me?
No.
You don't. Right. Mama Naomi replied that providing for the family means you are humble.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a service you're offering.
Yes, service that you are offering. And we see some men who provide the needs for the family. But yet, when it comes to the household choices, they don't support. But though they provide the needs, but in that area, they don't. Doesn't mean that they are arrogant in that area.
They are not, because if your husband is not supportive, I feel that he rather trusts you can perform it and do it better than he could.
This is
yeah, that's how I understand
another revelation for women. Okay?
Yeah, but that is what I have realized. I've been married almost 12 years now, and that is one thing that I have learned, that if I'm doing something and my husband doesn't offer a help, it means he is so much trust in my ability to be able to accomplish that task perfectly and better than he could. That's why he didn't offer to help.
Okay.
Yeah. So as we said, your mind, a humble mind, is to serve and to put the other person ahead of you. So it means that in that case, maybe he has a reason. You could ask. For me, that is what I have realized in my situation.
Okay.
My husband not helping in a certain situation, trust my ability to do it better than he could. Yeah.
Mr. Jechi,
Yeah, that's
this is a bomb support for.
Well, I'm not sure it's a bomb. I mean, it's also there.
Yeah,
It's
so
also there because-
please come out.
Yeah, I mean, in my case,
I know
for
this
example,
one you will support her because it's in favor.
no, I'm not supporting it,
This
but
is
I have
Jafric Radio.
experience. That's what I'm saying.
Alright.
You know, when it comes to clean the bathhouse or toiletry, you know, sometimes, you know, you need to apply a certain strength to clean the bathroom well with the walls and ceiling and all those kind of things. So occasionally I will stop my wife. You know, mostly I do it myself
Okay.
at home, both the toilet and the dusting. So because of that, like she's saying, I don't know if she's realized that I'm more better there or what. I cannot say. But for me, I prefer to do it myself instead of letting her come and do the toilet or the bathhouse. You see, so well, everybody in his situation, so I'm not just supporting her, but I'm just saying, I mean, I have experience of that. So yeah, so she's right.
She's right.
Yeah.
So Mama thinks that the husband trusted so much that he knows that you can perform very well.
Yeah.
So maybe those of you who cried, women who complained, and do you think that money alone can solve everything? We need attention. I need your support. Yeah, that is our behavior. So let me just
This is Jafric Radio.
Because it's difficult for men to accept mistake. So if they want to do something, they want to do it very well.
Very well.
So me going to do it and not doing well, maybe let me sit back and trust the authority in the person who I feel will do it and do it better.
Are you sure that it is difficult for men to accept mistakes?
No, to do something that I'm doing this, but it turned out that it didn't work out. It is a very big blow on them. Maybe he could correct me if I'm wrong.
And then she's talking about perfectly. And of course,
Perfectly.
we want things to go well, the right way. I use myself an example, clean the toilet or the bathhouse. I know women can do, the children too can do. But the way I want mine, see, I want it to be shining, clean,
Sparkling.
yes. that's how I want it. So anytime I go there,
And it's not like
I
that.
feel comfortable. You know, so I don't leave it for them to do it. They didn't ask me to, but I
But
started
you want
doing
it
it myself.
in your own way.
Yes.
Right.
You see, both the children, the wife, and you know. So yeah, I mean, I have the experience of doing that, and I think she would also think that I'm much better doing that, so she wouldn't attempt to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, it hasn't come to a time that she's supposed to do it and she missed it or she didn't do it, but
she also
like what she's
trusted
saying,
you.
yes, like what she's saying, yeah. And when it comes to cooking too, she knows I am not a good cook, so personally I won't go to the kitchen, yeah, because she knows that I won't. I
And
can't.
even you yourself, you know, if you go there, you mess up.
You mess up.
No choice.
Maybe the soup that you will do, we cannot differentiate from whether it is soup
or it is water
is
or
Yeah, so I also trust her doing such things. So yeah, I mean, like she said, we have sort of shared the duties at home, and we're trying to make ourselves happy at home. So humility has to start from somewhere within the family. Yeah.
So I think most of the time, to we women, we put too many burdens on us. That maybe sometimes what your husband is thinking, you've even gone too far. Yes, you've too far. So like we've burdened ourselves with so many things, you just put your mind that I am there to serve. With that one alone, there are certain things, you know, recently things happen and I'm so marvel because something will be happening, then I'll start getting angry. How to react?
This is Jafric
all
Radio.
of a sudden, as if by magic, the thing has been communicated to my husband. Then, like the reverse will just happen like that. Then it will just quench the anger that was forming too. So the best thing is try to be on your lane. Perform your duty as a wife. Perform your duty as a husband. If you are doing that, the little things, I don't know how to say it, but it will handle itself.
Right.
Concentrate on performing your duty in the house as the head, as the wife, as the children, everything, and things will be put in place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Concentrate on your duty.
Yeah.
Because we have said humility is
Service.
Yeah. Humility is service. So you have to concentrate on your duties. We have just 5 minutes to go. So I will give Mr. Fred the opportunity to, say what you want to say, and also just summarize what you have already said for your people. They are watching you.
This is
It's not for
Jafric
you,
Radio.
But yet me, I have taken what is mine from today's topic and then the discussion. So you out there that are watching me, I know that you have also learned a lot from it. So Mr. Fred, or should we you have to do it. And then
okay, you see, what I'll say to viewers is that both the man or the woman have to adopt humility at home. You have to be humble, because being humble doesn't mean you're being coward, or you are letting yourself go in some other way. No, but it means that you understand the situation at home, you understand the family life, and you want to show your wife much love or more love. So you're being humble to her and helping her at home. So my advice to you is be humble. Simple, just be humble. And
This is Jafric Radio.
yes, be humble to your wife and your children and family.
Yeah.
This is what I can say.
Yeah, Jesus said be humble.
Yes, just humble
So
yourself.
I am humble. Yeah, it's true, he was. If not, he wouldn't come a long way to the cross and submit himself like a nobody. Yeah, so most of us Christians, we need to emulate from what he did for us. So humble. Mama.
And what I'll also add to what Uncle George said, he said when you read 1 Peter 5:5, it says, clothe yourself with humility towards each other, not only your spouse, your children, and any other relationship. And we should also know that humility is a choice. It's an attitude, and it is a reflection of Christ Jesus. Yes, so you can decide to clothe yourself with humility or the opposite.
Yeah.
And you know the outcome of strife. You
True.
wouldn't want it. So to be at the safer side, always clothe yourself with humility and leave it. It is an attitude. By service, always make up your mind that I am there to serve. Any kind of relation, any kind of situation you find yourself, it is a service. So choose to humble yourself and choose to put on humility to reflect who you serve. Yeah.
Wow. Choose humility to reflect who you serve. All right. I think they have said it all for today. So in order not to cause commotion and confusion in your house, just humble yourself. Both men and women. Yes, humble yourself. in your marriage, so that God will also bless you more in your marriage. Humility is something that is very needful and is important. If
This is
you
Jafric
humble
Radio.
yourself, definitely people will love you. But playing the other side, it attracts a lot of opposition in your side. Yes. So we must try as much as we can and be humble in any way. All right. Humble doesn't mean that you shouldn't talk about issues that you think it is not helping. No. If it happens like that, it means that, I mean, you are even doing the worse than good. Yeah, when you think things are not right, you have to speak out, but make sure the kind of words that you choose, and even the timing. Yes, the time that your spouse is so tired and wear out, you don't bother the person with a lot of things. You would just, let him go angry with you. Yeah, so we need to choose the timing and the type of words that we use, especially in marriage. And also fathers discipline kids. Yeah, sometimes children are also looking up to us, but we should also humbly discipline them, not in a way that they will feel that daddy doesn't love us. Yeah, so I think we will end here for today because our time is up. And don't forget,
This is Jafric Radio.
Bayside Modeling Agency sponsored this program. Yeah, Bayside Modeling Agency is modeling agency in Tokyo. Yeah, and if you are a foreigner and you have acting skills and you are a model, you can contact Bayside Modeling Agency at this email address, info@bay-side.biz, info@bay-side.biz, or you can contact Bayside Modeling Agency on 03-5413-2352. Okay? Or is it the other way around? 5232. All right. So contact Bayside Modeling Agency by sending email.
This is Jafric Radio.
It's very fast for the staff to attend to you. So you can also check our website at www.bay-side.biz. All right, and you get a lot of information about Bayside. And also we have Turmeric Hotel. Turmeric Hotel is in Ghana at East Legon in Accra. All right, it's a very, very wonderful hotel. It's close to the airport. It's at East Legon. All right, so if you are a foreigner or maybe you want to visit Ghana, just try and visit Turmeric Hotel. And in fact, you will never regret you did. Yeah, some of you in Ghana who want to stay home away from home, you can also visit them. And hey, you will enjoy home away from home. Everything is perfect. Their food, the environment, the atmosphere, you will enjoy. All right. Thank you so very much. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Jeche for his good, Mr. Jeche Mensah. All right, Jeche Mensah. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeche. Yeah, for your great submissions. And also, Mama Naomi Asarizotto. Mama, thank you so much. Yes, there are a lot of, I have loads of it today. Yeah, that will help me. And it will also help you spice up your marriage. And I think, Elder Ajimai, Elder Kwesi Ajimai also sent a message that, let me read it. and it should be understood that the success of the marriage depends largely on whether or not this subject of humility is adopted in the family. Whether or not the subject is adopted.
This is Jafric Radio.
In the family. So we should also make sure. Are we doing it? Right. And I have Mr. Felix Osei. He said, Mr. Fred, I see you. Mr. Felix, see Mr. Fred here. All right. Okay. That brings us to the end of today's program. All right. Yeah. So we will come on your way next week. Same time next week. Japan time, 4 p.m. to 5:30.
This is Jafric Radio.
I think Pentecost hour will come next. So some of you who are waiting, just wait. Very soon, Pentecost hour will come. I think it will come around 7:30. Yeah, so please go and rest a little and then come back. Yes. Join Jafric Radio all the time. We just want to thank you so much. We just want to thank the DJ. We thank all of you.
Bye-bye.
My name is Abna Pomapuku. Until we meet again, sayo.
Bye-bye. See you.
Abedim Pars. Come Kofi Kenata. Yeah. The hustle and a pa on your ability to queen. I had a enda, and being ha, maybe me. Fisensa, 1 year human would be. Intina Melia, Mamili, and Didi. Dance so make a baby, baby, no air, no name, maybe I then. Amanya me uninyada ki akontu sam asisi kwa shemu wakika de me ni bina menke odo wejimi de on the phone so the phone pack so jafona wale guide no sisi kwa shemu wakika de me ni bina menke odo wejimi de on the phone so the phone pack so jafona wale guide no tadi me una meleka na yawo de na meleka Asisi kwa shemu wakika de me ni bina menke ono wedi muda on the phone so the phone pack so jafona wale guide no sisi kwa shemu wakika de me ni bina menke ono wedi muda on the phone so the phone pack so jafona wale guide no be my soul. Shaya Baya Wahabia, Kamaya no long time. Messi Mesha Shaya Bafa Wahabia, Kama for no long time. Brother Mesha Shaya Baya Wahano Wayahana, Kamaya Defna. Messi Mesha Shaya Bafa Wahano Oguana, Kama for that dog.